The products right now are low-cost tablets, and we've also started with smartphones. We will add netbooks to it over the next few months. So in essence, they will be touchscreen devices ranging in form factor from 4 inches to 14 inches. The 4 or 5 inch devices will be called smartphones, and when they get to 7 to 10 inches, they'll be called tablets. And when they get above 10 inches with a keyboard, they'll be called netbooks. But in essence, these are computing devices intended to deliver the internet. What we do is we try to focus on making the cost of the hardware very, very low. That's the first step in what we do, because we use the hardware as a customer acquisition tool. We realize that you can't deliver internet access and have hardware that is 6 months worth of salary for the target customer. And we've been able to bring down the cost of tablet computers. Our very entry-level devices are now sub $35. Retail to sell in the US for under $38. So they're very low-cost devices. But the hardware is one aspect of it. We've developed a technology on which we received 18 US patents. It's a web delivery platform that allows us to deliver the web on mobile networks, on congested, even 2G mobile networks in the developing world. When you look at a place like India, out of the 450,000 mobile towers in India, only about 80,000 provide 3G connectivity. The rest of them are 2G connectivity. So in that environment, on those 2G networks, the average web page takes 2 to 3 minutes. We've created a special technology that reduces bandwidth consumption by factors of 10 to 30 times. It reduces it so significantly that not only the cost goes down by those proportions, but the speed of delivery comes down to 5 or 7 seconds. So it becomes a lot more manageable. The cost becomes so little that what we found is that through advertising and other value-added services, we can offset that cost. So we can deliver to you a low-cost tablet computer, sub $40, with free internet access bundled into that product without having additional monthly fees. And that's our value add in that environment. So broadly, it is anybody that needs or wants to get on the internet. But really, our focus is 2 areas. The first is education, and the second one is commerce. Because we believe that that's what will drive the next 1 billion, 2 billion people on the internet. We think that these 2 will be the key motivators for people to get on the internet. Education is a key focus for us, because the quality of teachers, the quality of education that's delivered in places like rural India is truly lacking. And I don't think that the governments can build enough schools and train enough teachers fast enough, and computers and internet access can really make a big leap, can provide a lot of support in helping improving the quality of education. So that's one segment. Some of it is the government. So some of it is where governments buy our products. We'll work directly with a lot of schools, and we work directly with a lot of parents. So it ranges from parents that are buying them for their kids, to schools that are buying them for their students. And we evangelize this with governments around the world, and there are many governments now that are doing very broad-scale deployments of tablet computers and internet connectivity. So that's on the education side. On the other side of commerce, we believe that if we can create means of teaching people how to generate incomes, and how products of this nature and technology of this nature can improve their incomes, their revenues of their business, that we can get we can use that to create adoption. So commerce, using the devices as point-of-sale terminals, using these devices as a way of e-commerce enabling small businesses. The small businesses is the other segment of consumers or customers that we go after. This has become our primary focus. So this is not a side element. This has become our core business. In fact, from 2007 till about 2010, our markets were not in the developing world. We were focused in Europe and the UK and more developed countries. And starting 2011, when we won an Indian government project to deliver very low-cost tablet computers, our focus shifted to India and other developing countries. And this has become the core of our business, because we truly believe that the 4.5 billion people that don't use the internet will not remain beyond the internet for very long. We see that revolution happening right before our eyes. We see it with smartphones, and we see it with tablet computers and other solutions that are coming on board. And we think that gap between people that don't use the internet and those that do, that the 4.5 billion person gap, will evaporate in the next 3 to 5 years. So we see that happening imminently, and have decided that we should really be focusing on that market and its potential. So there are 3 types of things that that are important to us. One is the recognition that we are a company focused on these elements, and that adds to creates the validation for us as a company. The second is that these events are a great networking opportunity with like-minded businesses. There are wireless operators on the panel today, and that believe in that kind of connectivity and the inclusiveness that is essential for our business. So that networking and that relationships that we generate in these environments, I think, will be very valuable. And then it's about best practices. You get to learn from others in other environments about the challenges they're facing and how they're overcoming those challenges. So from the validation, being a member of an organization of this nature, from the networking that's available in these kinds of environments, and then the best practices. In my mind, these are the key 3 things that I take away from this.